Okay, let's unpack this. Imagine you're on a road trip through Greece, maybe, uh, hugging the coastline, or navigating the intricate streets of Athens. You're constantly relying on those silent guides, those visual cues that tell you where to go, what's ahead, and, well, how to stay safe. We're talking, of course, about traffic signs. They are the universal language of the road, and today we're taking a deep dive into something incredibly current and truly crucial for anyone on Greek roads: the new informational signs of the Greek Road Traffic Code, or as it's known, KOK. Our insights today aren't just from casual observation. No, we're drawing our information directly from the source, an official government publication, the Government Gazette itself, which formally introduces these signs. This isn't just any document, it's, the foundational legal text that dictates the language of the road for every driver in Greece. And crucially, we also understand that this material is based on the powerful, practical lectures of Eris Zographos, a distinguished driving instructor, delivered during the theoretical lessons at the driving school. His real-world insights, well, they truly bring this official text to life, helping us understand its tangible impact right there in the driver's seat. So, our mission today is to cut through the legal jargon and the sheer volume of information to give you a shortcut to understanding what these new signs fundamentally represent, why they're legally binding, and what their comprehensive introduction means for drivers across Greece. We'll explore the framework of these signs, their official status, and their far-reaching implications. Now, while our current sources don't lay out the detailed meanings of each and every individual sign, I mean, that would be a whole other depth dive in itself. We will explore the system that allows for such detailed analysis and what this level of specificity demands from you, the driver.
Yeah, and what's truly fascinating here, beyond just the practical aspect of new signs, is the underlying philosophy. This isn't merely about a few new symbols appearing on a pole. It's a significant, comprehensive, and proactive update to how essential information is conveyed on Greek roads. This legislative act has direct and profound implications for road safety, for the efficiency of traffic flow, and really for the entire driving experience across the country. It speaks to the ongoing evolution of road regulations, constantly adapting to meet modern demands, improve clarity, and ultimately enhance the well-being of every road user. It's a testament to the nation's commitment to continually refining its approach to road infrastructure and driver communication, essentially providing a modern firmware update to the entire Greek road network's communication system.
That's a powerful way to put it, a firmware update.
Hmm.
So let's start right at the beginning then. When our source material refers to informational signs within this new KOK, what exactly are we talking about? What picture should we be forming in our minds when we hear that term?
Right. So, from the document, informational signs are described as a comprehensive set of official signals or boards. Think of them as the road's vital, enhanced communication system designed to provide crucial directions, timely updates, and necessary warnings to all road users. They are not merely suggestions or, polite advisories. They are explicit, legally mandated communications specifically engineered to guide, protect, and regulate. This means they are a critical foundational component of the overall traffic ecosystem, moving beyond simply indicating what is test to actively instructing what a driver should do.
And the source emphasizes they are part of the new Road Traffic Code, KK. That new part is pretty significant, isn't it? It signals a clear departure from previous versions, a modernization. For me, the aha moment here is understanding that this isn't merely a recommendation or a guideline that might be open to interpretation. These are legally mandated communications. It means the road is talking to you. And you're not just encouraged, but legally obliged to understand what it's saying. That adds a whole new layer of responsibility for every driver.
Precisely. And if we connect this to the bigger picture, the very explicit purpose of this document is to officially define and describe the informational signs that are part of the new road traffic code. This formal definition is absolutely key because it establishes their legal standing, eliminates any ambiguity, and ensures a universal interpretation. It's not vague, it's incredibly precise, ensuring that a sign means the same thing, whether you're in Thessaloniki or on some small island road. And this isn't just an internal government memo or, a draft awaiting review. This document was formally published in the UMLA Kelfia Kotes, which, for our listeners, is the official government gazette of Greece.
Okay.
This publication occurred on June 13th, 2025, specifically in issue A100. This date and publication venue are critical for several, profound reasons. As anyone familiar with governmental decrees knows, publishing something in the Government Gazette isn't merely an announcement, it's a legislative act. It gives full legal force and wide publicity to its content. This means that from that specific date forward, These signs became officially recognized, legally binding, and enforceable for all citizens, residents, and visitors alike. It ensures their implementation and enforcement is not only legal, but also uniform across the entire country. The legal weight attached to this means that claiming ignorance of these signs is simply not a valid excuse.
Hmm.
You are expected to know, understand, and obey them as part of your obligation to operate a vehicle in Greece.
So it's not just a guideline, it's the law with all the weight that entails that really underscores the gravity and the necessity of understanding this update. And you mentioned its relationship to the new KOK. Is it like a separate rule book that stands on its own, or is it, inextricably woven into the very fabric of the KOK itself?
Oh, it's absolutely woven in, an integral part. The document is essentially a dedicated section or an official appendix of the new KOK. It isn't a standalone set of rules or a separate optional code. Instead, these informational signs are a fundamental, foundational part of the comprehensive new traffic regulations. Think of it like that complete firmware update for a complex digital system in this case, the entire Greek road network and how we interact with it. Every new data point, every P code, is precisely defined and integrated to optimize for current and future functionalities, aiming to eliminate legacy bugs or ambiguities from older systems.
Makes sense.
If the KOK is the master operating system, these informational signs are the user interface upgrade, providing richer, more detailed input and feedback to the driver. Without this specific definition and integration, the larger system wouldn't be complete, fully operational, or legally cohesive. This means the entire legal framework for traffic regulation in Greece has been harmonized to fully incorporate these new directives.
That firmware update analogy really paints a clear picture. So for our listeners, imagine the previous KOK as an older operating system, functional, maybe, but perhaps lacking the intuitive interface and detailed functionalities that these new signs aim to provide. It makes it clear that this isn't an optional add-on. It's a fundamental piece of the new traffic code puzzle. Now that we understand the legal backbone, let's look at the sheer scale and organization of these signs. My initial impression from just looking at the document is that it's far from a random list. There's a clear, almost architectural structure, even without explicit category names jumping out at you.
Indeed, this systematic approach isn't just about grouping. It often implies an underlying logical schema, a design philosophy. The document clearly reveals this through repeated sections marked with 3, interspersed throughout the text. While the exact categories aren't explicitly named within the excerpts we have, and that itself is something to consider, perhaps hinting at a broader, intuitive understanding that is part of the KOK's larger structure, their very presence strongly suggests a highly systematic classification of the signs. This kind of classification is crucial for several deep reasons. Firstly, it provides unparalleled clarity for those who have to learn, install, and enforce these signs, from municipal engineers to traffic police. Secondly, and vitally for drivers, it significantly eases the learning process, as signs with similar functions or purposes are invariably grouped together, making the system more intuitive to absorb. And thirdly, it ensures consistent application and interpretation across the entire country, meaning a nuanced sign you encounter in the bustling heart of Athens will be understood in the exact same context as one on a quiet rural road in Crete. This consistency is paramount for road safety and efficiency.
And when you dive into those identification codes, it becomes even clearer how comprehensive and ambitious this project is. We're talking about a system of unique codes that run from P1 all the way through P136. I mean, it's an extensive list, to say the least. And it's not just a simple linear progression like P1, P2, P3. You even see variations like PAA, P8B, P8C, or P21A, P21B, P21C, P21P. That indicates a level of granularity, of subtle but important distinctions within these categories, doesn't it? It's like a meticulously cataloged library of road information where each shelf has numerous specific volumes.
Absolutely. The sheer volume is striking. The numbering journey you highlighted from P1 all the way up to P136, plus all those distinct variations like A, B, C appended to them, immediately tells us we're dealing with at least 136 primary distinct informational signs.
Wow.
And likely many more when accounting for those detailed sub-designations. This isn't a minor tweak to the road system. This signifies a truly comprehensive overhaul. What's truly insightful here is how this extensive new P series points towards a future-proofed road network. Many of these nuanced subcodes seem designed to inform drivers about new types of infrastructure that are emerging in modern urban and rural planning, for instance. Dedicated EV charging zones, shared e-scooter docks, specific lanes for public transport, or maybe advanced variable message signs that dynamically adapt to real-time traffic or environmental conditions. This level of detail goes far beyond traditional directions, reflecting modern societal and technological demands. It requires a significant learning and adaptation effort from all road users, from new drivers to seasoned veterans. It's a whole new lexicon that needs to be absorbed and understood, demanding a recalibration of how every driver interprets their environment and anticipates what's ahead.
That's a staggering amount of new information. So for a driver, what's the overarching message these codes are trying to send? Is there a common thread running through all these P signs, or is it a complete grab bag of information? And, how does a comprehensive, well-structured system of signs contribute to quicker decision-making and reduced ambiguity on the road?
That's a critical two-part question. The general theme of these codes is quite broad, yet consistently focused on providing actionable, essential information. These codes, from P1 all the way up to P136, refer to specific informational signs, which are signals designed to provide clear instructions, crucial updates, or vital warnings to drivers and other road users. So no, it's not a grab bag. The P prefix itself, as Aristograzos often explained in his theoretical lessons, conceptually signals permanent information signs, distinguishing them from temporary construction warnings or regulatory signs. They proactively tell you what you need to know now or what to anticipate next, often detailing how to interact with new or complex road features. This confirms their active, rather than passive role in guiding behavior. They're not just decorations. They're integral commands or pieces of information that demand a response or an understanding from the driver. Now, to your second point about quicker decision-making and reduced ambiguity, this is precisely where the systematic classification and sheer detail of these signs becomes a powerful technical solution to a pervasive human problem. When signs are clear, consistently used, and logically categorized, drivers can process information faster and with greater certainty. Think about the cognitive load on a driver, constantly assessing speed, other vehicles, road conditions, and then trying to interpret a potentially ambiguous sign. By reducing the guesswork, which is a significant contributor to accidents and congestion, this new system frees up mental energy. It directly translates to fewer hesitations, fewer last-minute unsafe lane changes, and ultimately, a more predictable and safer driving environment for everyone. This systematic approach allows for highly granular and unambiguous technical communication on the road, meaning less mental effort for the driver and more focus on the act of driving itself. Aristograzos would often stress that clarity isn't just about knowing the rule, it's about making the right decision quickly and instinctively, and a good sign system enables that.
That makes perfect sense. It's like streamlining the entire information intake process for drivers. So let's bring this home now. What does all of this mean for us, the people actually behind the wheel? When we see these new signs start appearing more widely across Greece, what's their core purpose from our perspective as drivers?
For you, the driver, these signs are there to be your silent, highly efficient co-pilot, providing essential instructions, critical updates, and vital warnings that actively guide your journey and inform your decisions every moment you're on the road. They are designed to remove doubt and instill confidence.
I can totally relate to that. Just last week I was driving near a small village in Arcadia, and I got completely confused by an older detour sign that it didn't make sense with the road layout. It made me wonder, are these new signs specifically addressing common pain points like that? Think about a time you were driving somewhere unfamiliar, or maybe in unexpected weather, and you were just so grateful for a clear, unambiguous road sign. Whether it was giving you precise directions to avoid getting lost, or a clear warning about an upcoming sharp curve, or even just letting you know there was a gas station ahead when you were running on fumes, those moments make you appreciate the power of good intuitive signage. These new signs, with their systematic structure and sheer number, aim to enhance that experience tenfold, making the rides more intuitive, less stressful, and ultimately safer. They're trying to preempt confusion and danger, making those frustrating lost moments hopefully a thing of the past.
That's an excellent point, and it leads directly into the practical application and profound significance of this comprehensive update. Knowledge is most valuable when understood and applied, right?
Right.
These informational signs are a critical part of the road traffic code, precisely because they contribute so significantly to both road safety and smooth, efficient traffic flow. In terms of safety, clearer, more precise information drastically reduces confusion, which we know is a major cause of accidents, particularly at complex intersections or during sudden changes in road conditions. When drivers understand exactly what's coming, they can anticipate conditions, make appropriate speed adjustments, position their vehicles correctly for turns, or change lanes safely and proactively. This precise guidance is invaluable in preventing collisions and ensuring everyone arrives safely. For traffic flow, effective signage can literally transform how traffic moves through complex urban environments or even stretches of highway. By providing crystal clear directions, indicating optimal lane uses, informing about upcoming roadworks with specific diversion instructions, or even advising on ecological zones, these signs can dramatically reduce congestion. They minimize unnecessary braking and acceleration, prevent lane weaving caused by uncertainty, and ultimately improve journey times for everyone. It's about optimizing the movement of vehicles, which has knock-on effects for everything from commerce and tourism to individual commuters' daily lives. These signs are a key infrastructure component that can significantly enhance the operational capacity of the entire road network.
So it's not just about compliance with the law. It's about making driving inherently better, safer, and more efficient for everyone on Greek roads. But with so many new signs, with this extensive P series numbering into the hundreds, what does that mean for a driver's personal responsibility? Is it simply about memorizing a new symbol, or is there a deeper level of understanding required?
That's a crucial aspect, and Aristographos would emphasize this in his lessons. The introduction of these new legally binding signs places a clear, implied, but very real responsibility on every driver to not just learn them, but to genuinely understand them. It goes far beyond simple memorization of a sign's shape or color. It's about understanding its full implication for your driving behavior in that specific moment, under those particular road conditions, and how it informs your next action. For instance, if a sign indicates a new type of dynamic lane control, it's not enough to recognize the symbol. You need to understand the new yielding rules, speed adjustments, or even the communication protocols for vehicle-to-infrastructure interaction that it requires. This deeper understanding is what transforms rote learning into actual safe, proactive, and efficient driving practices.
Yeah, I see.
Without that understanding, the system really can't deliver its full safety potential. And let's be realistic. With at least 136 new primary informational signs, plus all their variations, there will undoubtedly be a significant learning curve for drivers across the entire spectrum. This isn't just about new drivers. This impacts everyone.
Definitely.
New drivers, obviously, will integrate these signs from the start of their training. But seasoned veterans who might rely on ingrained habits will need to actively unlearn old interpretations and adopt new ones. This is where resources become invaluable. This means official government publications detailing the signs, like the Government Gazette we discussed, and perhaps even more practically, the theoretical and practical lessons provided by driving schools, drawing on the insights of experienced instructors like Aristographos. These institutions play a vital role in bridging the gap between legislative decree and practical application, ensuring drivers are adequately prepared for these changes. It's a national educational effort, really, demanding public awareness campaigns and readily accessible learning materials to ensure a smooth transition and universal comprehension.
It's a huge undertaking then, not just for the government implementing it, but for every single person who uses the roads in Greece. And when we say drivers, are we only talking about car drivers, or does this comprehensive update affect other road users as well, particularly given the nuances of modern mobility?
That's an excellent and often overlooked question. The uniformity and comprehensiveness of the road traffic code, and therefore these informational signs, are fundamentally designed for all citizens who interact with road infrastructure, regardless of their mode of transport. While car drivers are certainly a primary focus, these signs inherently affect a much wider array of users. Consider motorcyclists, where reaction time is paramount, and even a subtle change in a warning sign can have huge safety implications due to their vulnerability.
Good point.
Truck drivers operate larger vehicles, requiring significantly more lead time for decisions, and clear, precise signage for specific routes or weight restrictions is absolutely critical for their safety and for infrastructure protection. But the impact extends even further. What about cyclists navigating urban areas? How do these new P signs delineate bike-specific paths, shared road zones, or even priority areas for micromobility like e-scooters? For pedestrians, especially in complex urban environments, understanding traffic flow, safe crossing points, or areas where they might share space with vehicles becomes crucial for their own safety. The goal here is a harmonized understanding that minimizes risk across the board for everyone. In a future where autonomous vehicles become more prevalent, the clarity and standardization of these signs will also be paramount for machine vision systems to interpret road conditions safely and accurately. It's about building a truly inclusive and future-ready road communication system.
That's a powerful and essential perspective. It really shows the foresight behind such a detailed update. So, if we step back for a moment, what stands out to you as the most challenging or beneficial aspect of such a comprehensive update personally? Is it the sheer volume, the legal implications, or the learning curve for the average person?
Hmm. For me, the most beneficial aspect, which also presents its own challenge, is the level of precision these signs enable. We're moving from a general language of the road to a far more nuanced, almost scientific dialect. The benefit is obvious. Less ambiguity, fewer accidents, smoother flow. But the challenge lies in ensuring that this increased precision doesn't overwhelm the average driver. It demands a higher level of engagement from road users. It's a call to elevate our collective road literacy, to move from simply recognizing a sign to fully comprehending its specific, often multi-layered instruction. That transformation from passive recognition to active, informed decision-making is both the greatest promise and the most significant hurdle. It's why instructors like Erisographos are more critical than ever, distilling this immense body of new law into understandable, actionable lessons.
I completely agree. For me, it's the dual challenge and benefit of that sheer volume and detailed precision. On one hand, it's undeniably a lot to learn, and that learning curve is real for every single driver out there, regardless of their experience. But on the other hand, the fact that there are so many detailed signs, so much nuanced communication being baked into the system, means that the roads have the potential to become far more precise and explicit in their instructions and warnings. It suggests a future where ambiguity is significantly reduced, where the old, confusing signs are systematically replaced by clear, actionable information. And that ultimately is a huge benefit for safety, efficiency, and reducing driver stress. It's a lot to ask of the driving public, I guess, but the potential payoff in safer, smoother, and more predictable roads is enormous. So, to bring this all together for you, our listener, we've taken a deep dive into the new informational signs of the Greek Road Traffic Code. We've seen how these signs are not just suggestions, but a legally binding, systematically organized, and extensive set of directives designed to profoundly enhance safety and efficiency on Greek roads. Remember, this isn't just theoretical, it's directly from official government publications, and as highlighted, draws its essential practical grounding from the teachings of experienced instructors like Aristographos, making it incredibly relevant and impactful for real-world driving.
And to leave you with a final thought, the continuous evolution of traffic codes, as powerfully evidenced by these new informational signs, highlights the truly dynamic nature of road safety. It's an ongoing dialogue between infrastructure development, legislative foresight, and perhaps most crucially, the day-to-day behavior of every driver. It's about constantly adapting to new challenges, integrating new technologies, and refining our collective understanding of how to keep everyone safe and moving efficiently. It's a commitment to a better, more responsive road network. Considering the breadth and legal weight of these new signs and the intricate system underpinning them, how might their specific design, their comprehensive rollout strategy, and the collective public understanding of this new language become the most effective tools in truly transforming Greek roads, far beyond what any single sign can achieve on its own? It's about more than just reading the signs. It's about speaking the same language of safety,